is happening in the entire world right now. Like, everyone's getting annoyed at numbers, but I fear that most people don't really reflect on that, and they just think that's normal, and that they are annoyed at, like, well, different stuff. They choose different targets. Then they aren't annoyed at numbers, because isn't that a bit weird? The whole world is driven by numbers. You must be weird if you're annoyed by them. They're so beautiful, they're so perfect. So yeah, I think that's what's going on. I watched, if you wonder with which numbers I fiddled with, it was like output resolution, and I'm still fiddling with like video settings. And then I thought, well, it doesn't matter that much. The audio is really the important thing. That's what I'm gonna focus on. Blah, 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 blah. Not interesting. What did I watch today? I watched the Game Awards, and that got me thinking about the whole numbers thing. I watched the Game Awards because I didn't learn of my mistakes last time when I watched them last year. I think award shows in general are incredibly stupid. They are probably driving the apocalypse single-handedly. I mean, that's not true, but it might be. Because after watching them, I always felt like, the most recent ones, let's say, not like all of them forever, but the most recent ones, when I watched them, I felt small and insignificant and overwhelmed by numbers, like all the numbers in the auditorium, all the people, just like the huge number, then all the, so many awards, then you have like a movie or a game that gets like 10 awards, and you're really, oh man, I have 0 awards, I must be really insignificant. And then it's also like the language around it, the advertising language around it, that's really like weird. Like, people start crying on stage because they sort of made it, and then they talk about how great everyone is with whom they worked, and you kind of think, well, no one talks about me and how great I am, so I probably aren't that great. And stuff like that then and it goes on and on and on. This isn't like a small, like, half-hour show. All award shows are extremely terrifyingly long. It's incredible. The Game Awards were 3.5 hours long, and it was terror. At the end, I felt numb. Not numb, that's not the right word. I felt, annoyed. I felt like I was getting really angry, actually. And I noticed I was watching it with my brother, and I was getting angry at my brother because he was sort of in this, he got swept up in it, and I guess that's alright. Maybe not. I'm a bit worried. I'm actually a bit worried about him, because, he kept like reiterating on like insignificant stuff. He was like repeating things he heard, like immediately saying stuff. Maybe it's just, brothers annoy each other sometimes. But no, I was, at the end of it, I felt like so bad. And then I watched this movie. That's the German title. Here's the English title is Kingdom of Heaven. German title is Königreich der Himmel. And it's I think it's an awesome movie. Today I sort of felt like pulled towards it, I felt like I should watch this, I just felt it. I watched it many times. I watched it with my father in cinemas, but that was the theatrical version because, I watched it in the theater, it makes sense. What happened was the studios talked the director into following the numbers instead of the emotions and feelings, and his mind and his his guts, his sense of, you know, what it's about, you know. And they said, hey, this is too long. This is like, where are the numbers? This is like 189 minutes. Please make it like 144 or something, you know. Please. It's gonna be better for us, for the numbers, for the you know, the box office, the people that, you know, that usually we see on the numbers sheet there. We have a bunch of number sheets that movies that have lower numbers in their running time make more numbers in the box office, and you know that people spend more. So that's the statistics. That's what the numbers say. So please, you know, cut out 45 minutes of your movie, please. And he did, and it wasn't good. You know, honestly, the theatrical version is sort of like a meh movie with like incredible imagery. Don't get me wrong, like great everything, you know, just not great characters and sort of like a wishy-washy story and sort of like, yeah, okay, cool action scenes, but I don't know what this is about. And still, as a kid, something stuck, you know. I thought like something's good about this, but I don't know. I mean, I'm sort of in the action. I guess I was really into the action, but also the atmosphere, you know. And then I bought the director's cut, and my mind was blown. And actually, to this day, I discover new things in this movie. And as of late, you know, I had like a little revelation, you could say, or a little like, yeah, I made big steps forward, let's say, and yeah, I felt pulled towards this movie again. I watched it today sometime after the Game Awards. I needed time to rest, you know, honestly, from that onslaught of advertising. And noise, just noise, you know, and jokes, all terrible experience. But this movie, like, really the complete opposite. I mean, 3 hours long, and I felt like, you know, I was moved to tears this time. I never was moved to tears in this movie, but today I was. And it was actually, I also did a like, I walked around in my city and just looked at churches and stuff. I was really in the mood, you know, in a sort of Christmassy mood, you know. And we have, where I live, we have like, I'm not exaggerating, you know, I'm not exaggerating when I say we have probably, I mean, I'm not gonna look at the official numbers. I think we have definitely over 100 churches in our city. It's a very church-heavy city, you know. But they're beautiful, you know. You can. I walked into one that was like built in the 1400s and stuff. So I was totally in the mood for, you know, swords and you know, this is a movie about the Crusades, and you know, fighting over Jerusalem and Christianity and Islam and stuff. And it's really, I think it's incredible. I think it's so, today, you know, I discovered so much beauty in the dialogue, you know. And I was actually, this time I wasn't bored, but it was like the action was so, you know, I didn't need that. I was just there for the atmosphere, the characters. Excuse me. And like the whole thing, you know, I fell into it. I loved it. Yeah, and 3 hours long, and it was like, I don't think it drags at all, but you need sort of to, you need to accept that good things, they need time, you know. Good art needs, this movie takes its time to breathe, you know, and that doesn't mean it's slow. Taking its time to breathe is important, especially when you're doing a ramble. So, yeah, Game Awards. Let me do a bunch of triggers. minutes, they're always a bit too short. I'm sorry about that, but yeah, it's sort of mainly a ramble, I guess, and ideas are coming again, and I before I drop them, I want to talk about them. Anyway, yeah, so I love gaming, don't get me wrong, and there were a lot of like really cool trailers shown, and honest emotions were there as well. I mean, I imagine showing, working on a game yourself with a team or stuff, and then showing a trailer in, at such a big event to so many people is exhilarating. I get that, but it's just the entire ritual is just it's corrupt. It's stupid. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, first of all, there are way more trailers than awards, and there are a shit ton of awards, and just ranking art, giving out awards. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. I was into it when I was younger, but sort of rooting for your favorite and stuff. But it's a misunderstanding of what it should be about. So anyway, I recommend that movie. I recommend you watch it, and I recommend you buy the. I mean, we're back with the number stuff again, but I noticed that very few people actually buy Blu-rays anymore, and I don't quite get it. I mean, if it's a really good movie that you're gonna watch repeatedly, I think it's worth it. I mean, it's definitely worth it because the quality, streams are still not beating a Blu-ray. It's just, it's all of it is compressed. But I guess most don't hear or see the difference, and that's, it's fine. But I don't know. I guess that's another ritual thing. I just like having this thing and having it here and not like on a server, miles away. But anyway, man, oh man, I'm doing really cool, the tarot gave me another like really cool advice, but I have to say, as I'm realizing how the world is ticking more and more, I'm working on that. It's sort of, I don't know, I feel like, I feel pulled towards that as well, I want to figure out stuff, and I want to figure out why stuff is going wrong and why stuff is going right and blah blah blah. But as I do grow, dare I say, wiser, you see a lot of the stupidity gets amplified. It gets like really, and I feel moved to do something about that. When I say that, I mean, like do some real magic in my environment. And I guess there's not, you can only plan so far, but I feel like I'm doing preparations right now, and I'm not sure what I'm doing them for, but I feel like challenges are coming my way. That's honestly what I feel like. I mean, they're already there. My job is, we had two almost, well, no, not almost, we had two nervous breakdowns last week just because we had at work, at my job as a supervisor in a grade school, we are already understaffed, and then 4 people got sick. So said, you realize the insanity that's guiding this environment, you know. And it's not good for the children or for us. So, you know, why is it there? That's really, yeah, I feel like I'm called to arms. And when I say arms, I mean, you know, metaphorically, I mean like speech. Yeah, make your point, share your point, translate your point, and then point it at the people that have that guide this, that steer this stupid ship. No, not stupid ship. That but you know, the people up there there's something, you know, as I alluded to in the beginning of this video. It's those numbers are taking over, or they took over, and it's too much. It's just not a good way to steer a ship to go left or right or left or right. You know, we have to sort of maybe, you know, steer ahead for once. So yeah. Amazing times. Yeah. All right. I can't find better words than that for now, so I will leave it at that, and I'll see you in the next video. And yeah, don't worry, I'm doing fine. That's actually why I uploaded this video 2 days later, because I needed to recharge. It wasn't possible to record a ramble before that, but I'm doing fine. Yeah, I can't find better words than it right